first co-host, Chris Broussard. Chris, great to have you. What is your biggest takeaway from last night?
That Golden State is right now the best team in basketball, and Steph Curry is the MVP. Right now. Now, I'm not ready yet to predict that they're winning the championship. I may be ready soon, but I'm not convinced yet that they can win 4 7-game series unless Klay Thompson is like 85% of his old self at least. I also think they could use some size, some more protection at the rim, even though their defense is great. I like to see some more size, and James Wiseman, 7-footer, only in his second year. But I want to see him come back and give them a little more size than they have right now. I think they got one player that's 6'10" or above. So Wiseman will help in that, I believe. But last night, they were terrific. Obviously, we know how good their offense is. But defensively, they're the number 1 ranked team in the league, and they did a number on the Nets. Draymond Green was great against Kevin Durant. First time this year, Durant scores 22 or fewer than 22 points. First time this year, he's held to under 40% shooting. So they did a great job. So totally impressed with Golden State. But on the other hand, I couldn't have been more disappointed in the Nets. And I'm beginning to get off these Nets, all right, because they had every reason to come out last night and play great. First of all, Kevin Durant's facing his former team, and a lot of people have mocked him as being Looney Tunes for leaving Steph Curry and the Warriors for Kyrie Irving and the Nets. And he comes out and has a stinker. All right, secondly, they got 2 superstars, James Harden and Durant, 2 top 10 players, supposedly. Golden State only has 1. And then the Nets needed to prove that they could beat a good team. Because, yeah, they're 10-5. That looks nice. But when you analyze it, they haven't really beaten anybody. They're 2-4 now against teams that are 500 or above. And James Harden, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, Skip, right now. Because he's saying that the way he's playing, which is, all-star level, but they need him to be a superstar. And he's saying it's because he didn't have the summer to play his game. He was rehabbing. He's still coming back from the hamstring. As somebody that picked them to win it all in the preseason, I want to believe that. But that excuse is getting a little bit old. All right, he's got to be more aggressive, and he needs to score like 26 points a night, 25 points a night with his 9 or 10 assists for them. Look, the way he's playing now would be great with Kyrie. So if you had Durant giving you 29, Kyrie giving you 26, we can handle Harden with 20 points a game. But Kyrie's gone, and I don't think he's coming back. And so Harden's got to be more aggressive and score more points. If he doesn't, they're not winning at all. They might not even win the East if Harden don't pick it up.
Chris, I agree with a lot of what you said because Skip and I, we talked about this earlier, and I told Skip I thought the Warriors were the best team in the NBA. They confirmed what I thought, having seen them. I watched them a little bit, obviously watched them against the Lakers, and I've been following them around and like, okay, let me see, they only lost 1 game. They 6-1, they 7-1. I said, let me see. And I got an opportunity to watch, and I was like, okay, they're legit. Because we know the ball movement offensively, they're always going to be a top 5 offensively rated team. But when they were winning championships, they were very, very high. They were a top 5 defensive rated team. They're getting back to that. But my number 1 takeaway, and this is us, Chris, we've done this. We've minimized Steph Curry. We've always given, KD, Giannis, and LeBron. And Steph Curry has gone unnoticed. Well, he's put us back on notice. He started it last year because he broke his wrist right after KD left, and then he was out of shot. No, everybody was like, he ain't going to be this, he ain't going to be that. KD made him. Do y'all realize this man was a 2-time league MVP before Kevin Durant came across the bridge? Do you realize he won one of those awards unanimously? No other players have done that in NBA history. You do realize he had gone to 2 NBA finals and won 1. Probably should have won the MVP. Averaging 26, 6, and 5, yes. Doesn't win your finals MVP. The guy that held a guy to 36, 13, and 9 was the finals MVP. We'll discuss that another day in time. But when you look at the titles that they won when they got KD, Chris, he was 27, 8, 9, and 27, 7, and 6. So it wasn't like he was playing bad, and he was 36-5 the year they lost to Toronto without KD. I just think the thing is, he wanted to show that y'all keep on thinking that I was a Kevin Durant creation. I was not. I am not. I'm legit. I'm Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter to ever play, and I'm a top. He wins an MVP. He wins a title. He's a top 10 player. That's fact. We ain't gonna debate this no more. He wins a title, wins the finals, gets that MVP. It's over. How you keep him out of the top 10, Chris Broussard, with his resume? You can't.
I ain't mad at you.
You can't.
I ain't mad at you.
You can't. It's on you.
You better win MVP. He's right now got 0 MVP.
You need to give him respect, though. You want to give him that.
He better earn the respect in the postseason, which he has never done, in my point of view. All right, back to what I saw last night. I saw a little different game than you guys did. I don't know. I got to get a new TV, but I saw Brooklyn come out in the first quarter and look like Brooklyn Nets. I saw KD score 12 quick early points, made both his first 2 3-point shots, and I thought he's going to go for 40 against Steph. And then I saw a nip-tuck game all through the second quarter, back and forth, teeter-totter, teeter-totter. 33.2 seconds left. I saw Brooklyn take a 1-point lead, so it's not like they got blown off the floor from jump. And then all of a sudden, Steph didn't happen. Andrew Wiggins happened. Oh, he's still on the team. I forgot about Andrew Wiggins, who oftentimes just goes along for the ride. He's averaging 18 and 4. It's not what he used to average as the first overall pick in the draft, but all of a sudden he hits a 3, and then he hits another 3 at the buzzer, and all of a sudden they go to the halftime locker room up 5. And Steve Kerr, who is the anti-Mike McCarthy, because he must give them speeches at halftime, that has them jumping off out of their chairs ready to play. Or maybe they got some energy drinks that we got to find. You and I got to get a hold of some of these energy drinks.
Yeah, they keep coming out like the third quarter.
They come out, they are a plus 124 in the third quarter through 14 games this year. That's preposterously great. The next on the list, Charlotte, is a plus 50 in third quarter so far this year. So, wait, Golden State's a plus 124. They are blowing the league off the map in the third quarter. What happens to my man Kevin Durant? Well, all of a sudden, Andrew Wiggins comes out hot again, and he makes his first 2 shots. So now he's scored 6. That's 10 straight points from Andrew Wiggins. Not Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins. And all of a sudden, they're down 9. And guess what? Kevin admitted after the game, I started pressing. I started forcing.
Yeah.
I started taking shots I shouldn't have taken. If we could just quickly see what happened to Kevin Durant. I've never seen him this out of sync. In the third quarter, he goes 0 for 8, the worst shooting quarter of his career. Because, whoops, Golden State comes at you in waves of long, strong, skilled, high-energy athletes off the bench playing defense, all of them defensive minded. Look at Kevin. This Kevin, boy, that one I thought was going to be good, and it was short. He just didn't shoot with conviction or authority or much confidence. I've never seen anything like this. And once he started to miss, you know what happens? Well, I thought he had that one cold, and it's way short and a little right. And this is still in the third quarter. This is Kevin Durant. That's almost an air ball off the glass because he couldn't even get a hold of the basketball. And then a mid-range, is that not money for him?
Yeah.
And it's so short it barely ticks off the front iron.
Right.
Okay? He came unglued because his team is falling farther. All of a sudden, you're down 20, and he's saying, I gotta. And I've never seen him so uncharacteristically out of control in a quarter.
But Chris, Skip talked about how Kevin Durant came out in the first quarter. Steph Curry matched him shot for shot.
Yeah.
And then he did it, matched him again in the second quarter, shot for shot. And then the third quarter, Steph Curry pulled away. That's where he started to press.
Well,
Steph Curry
ironically,
effect.
he goes to the bench with 7 minutes left in the third quarter in quote-unquote foul trouble and sits the rest of the quarter, and they go on an 18-5 run, and at the end of the quarter, the game is completely over because they've won at 35-18.
Well, me and Chris want to hear you say it right now.
What?
MVP frontrunner Stephen Curry.
Give you that.
Wardell Curry.
Okay, after one game last night, I will give you that because Kevin is still leading the league in scoring.
Yeah,
right?
But he's second, and he got the best record in the NBA.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you a slight edge right here, right now, but it ain't even Thanksgiving yet, and you guys are leaping to conclusions. Because you're sick and tired of me saying Kevin Durant is the best player on the planet, because he is.
Are we sure? Because Steph Curry said not tonight.
Skip, here's the
if
thing.
he wasn't last night.
Okay, right here, right now. Time out. I'm sorry, Chris. Before you go, I need to get this man on record. Right here, right now, would you take Steph over Kevin Durant?
Skip Baylor.
No.
Skip Baylor. You see what he tried to do,
No.
Chris? He tried to change the argument.
Thank you. Case closed. It's over to you, Chris.
Go ahead, Chris. Take it away.
Skip, look, I might be wrong, and maybe it's happened, but I don't remember, and I want to know, do you guys ever, them chanting, the fans chanting MVP, MVP for an opposing player in a superstar's arena?
No.
Like, I can't imagine. Again, maybe I'm wrong. I can't imagine that happening in LeBron's house, Giannis's house, Jokic's house, Steph's house.
Jordan, any of the
That's not especially to a former teammate of your guy. Like,
okay,
that was
Chris,
disrespectful of
Chris,
KD.
help us
and
out
I don't
here.
think the fans don't like him, but it was disrespectful.
Okay, Chris, you have covered the Nets in your career. You know Barkley's. We don't. We don't really know what the vibe is or the feel. How did the Golden State fans take over Barkley's last night? How did they get the tickets?
Skip, you know I'm here in greater New York. The Nets they are not the story. The Knicks are still the story. And it's baffling. It seems crazy. I know to the nation, Brooklyn